Hey there, welcome back to Verbalist. In today's video, we're going to talk about studying and living in Germany. Now, like the Canada video which I did, Germany is also a country where a lot of students apply to, a lot of students study there. But it's just that there's too much information about Germany that you need to know. So you're up for another long video today. Make sure you watch till the end to understand everything about how you can apply to colleges, what the study requirements are, what your study options are, how you have to prepare for your stay, what you should do upon arriving, and what you can do after completing your studies. So, firstly, let's just understand this basic question about why Germany is a great country to study. So, it goes without saying that Germany is one of the most chosen countries for education. It offers world class education in whatever course you want to do. And there's a more practical approach to teaching, which means that you are easily adaptable when you start working after college. It's also a safe environment. Crime rates wise, it's much safer than countries like the US. And it's an open society, it's welcoming to all peoples, cultures, and religions. And also, you can pursue your interest in specific fields. And there are over 11,000 courses that you can choose from in Germany. Now, a little bit about the study requirements at Germany. The type of study defines your stay and the requirements for your application. So you can either do a full-time study of a master's, bachelor's, or a state examination, do a doctorate, PhD, or just do an exchange semester, or do an internship there, or just have a short stay. Now, if you're watching this video, you are under the category of one or two, right? So I'm just going to be focusing on full-time study at Germany for master's degrees because very few students who are watching this video will be going to pursue bachelor's. First, check your qualifications. So just make sure that your educational qualifications are recognized. And usually with Indian graduation degrees, so either a 3-year or a 4-year degree is fine. But it's just that, like I said, your degree can be pursued only in a restricted area. Right? Now, about the aptitude test, which is the TestAS, it's used to judge your aptitude in all of these subjects: humanities, engineering, maths, and economics. And it's valid indefinitely. You have to check if your university requires this. Okay, moving ahead to the German language skills. Now, here is where it is important that you get at least an A2 level certification in the German language skill from India. There again, you have to pursue further studies in the German language because sometimes your medium of instruction in Germany can be in German. So you have to be comfortable speaking German as if you are a native speaker. Okay, so plan your application accordingly, plan your admission accordingly based on how fast you're picking up German skills. So the best place to study German in India is obviously Goethe Institute or Max Müller Bhavan. It's there in most cities and the courses are great. They're very interactive and easy for you to score, as per what the CAFR requires. So sometimes the certification is valid indefinitely, but there are some universities that will require you to complete this course, and this score is not older than 2 to 3 years. So again, it's very university specific. So it's best if, let's say, you want to apply to winter intake or summer intake next year, this is the right time to start studying German and also start getting these certifications. Moving ahead to visa. Now, so here's all the requirements that you need to fulfill for getting a visa. Of course, admission to a certain university, your passport, your biometrics, a filled-in application form, and a proof that you can cover your living expenses. So you'll also have to check the embassy website if there's anything specific to your country of residence, which is India, or state of residence, and anything, and make sure you book an appointment, complete the visa application, bring your form, and after your visa is approved, you get a stamping on your passport, and that's when you can apply a residence permit at the local foreigners office, but this is after arrival. Now the next thing is proof of financing. you'll have to show that you have the ability to finance or fund yourself for the education and also living in Germany. So it could be either your parents submitting documents certifying their income and assets, someone with a PR in Germany is certifying to the alien registration office that they are funding your education, or a security deposit in a dedicated bank account called blocked account. Now, this is what you will use when you come to Germany for all of your expenses. So it's best if you create this account, and then if you have created this account already, you can also show that. A bank guarantee either in the form of a loan or scholarships as applicable, right? So the only thing here with Germany, or what the government website says, is that you have to plan a lot ahead. So because if you are a prospective student and want to study there, the visa processing time, the application processing time, and the time that you get your accommodation, everything, your health insurance, everything takes a certain time. To accommodate the lead time of all these activities, you should make sure that you submit early and plan your arrival according to the resident permit time. So before even you reach Germany, you make sure that you buy this health insurance plan, because that's the prerequisite to a lot of the other processes that happen once you reach there. Okay, so now that we've covered all of these prerequisites for you to apply, the next step is to understand the study options. So there are about 400 state recognized universities, and these are the subject groups. And mind you, there's just a variety of courses that you can apply to. So the types of universities that you can see are universities, just regular government owned universities, state or privately owned universities, universities that offer dual study programs, art, film, and music universities, universities in applied sciences. So you will find different categories of universities catering to different study groups that you find here. So once you've understood what is required exactly and what you're going to study, you have to start preparing for a great application. Now, there are three portals through which you can apply: University Admissions Foundation, or the UniAssist, or directly to the university. And it depends based on which undergraduate degree you have, and also it changes based on the course that you're applying to or the university that you're applying to. So there's something called as an NC. You'll have to check if this NC is applicable to the course that you apply, and that's available on the university website again. So usually what the website, the Government of Germany website, says is that if you're applying to a popular course, it means that there's a restriction on number of admissions, which means it's more competitive. Universities ask for English language proficiency as well. So if you're applying to German universities, you also need to write either the IELTS or the TOEFL test, and make sure that you're not scoring any less than 6.5 overall. Of course, this requirement changes with university, so make sure you check this with the university that you're applying. Tips to have a great application or increase your chances is to apply to a lot of places. Make sure you choose institutions in smaller cities and towns. And it goes without saying that your profile has to be strong. So Germany emphasizes on this fact that you should have a strong GPA, a strong profile, and an academic background in order to stand a higher chance in getting an intake. So just make sure that you're working towards all of these things that I just mentioned. And what are they? Your German language skills, your profile, and you make sure that you have chosen a university that meets your requirements and chosen a course that fits with your long-term career goals. The next step is to prepare to apply to a German course, and again, you have to do this before you reach your college. So once you've submitted your application, once you've gotten an acceptance, you should apply for a German language course there. And again, the availability and everything is so competitive that they emphasize that you apply for a German course much in advance. And the next comes matriculation or enrollment. So it's mandatory before you begin studies that you enroll in the university. And this notification to enroll will come to you once you receive an acceptance, and there's a time within which you can enroll, and that will come to you in the email. So these are the documents that are required. So like I said, it's important that you have health insurance, German language certification, your university qualification, the transfer certificate of your college translated into German, the notification of admission, of course, passport and passport photos. So this is mandatory before you even start studying, and this is also required for your residence permit. So let's just move ahead and understand about finding accommodation. So like everything else in Germany, it's also hard to find accommodation. So if you want to apply to dormitories in the university, you can do that. Or if you have to find dorms outside of college, you can still do that by checking this list. And again, you will have to do that much in advance so that you get a dorm that's suitable to you and fits your budget. Right? Now, moving ahead to what you should do upon arrival. One is to register with the residence registration office, and two is to get the residence permit and from the foreigners registration office, and three is to open a bank account. So this is usually free. If you have to register with the residence registration office, it's usually free. All you need is this housing confirmation or a quick registration form, your visa and passport. And if you have to apply to the foreigners registration office, so this is important, you have to get the residence permit first to apply to the foreigners registration permit, and the fee here is 110 euros. And of course, opening a bank account is of utmost importance. So coming to actually studying in Germany, you're expected to be at your best behavior, as in you should be able to contribute as much as possible to the course study. And if you're required to do assignments or group assignments or individual, you should be doing them with utmost sincerity, and they take plagiarism very seriously. So if you're someone who is very hesitant to reach out to students and form a study group, you can reach out to the student advisor center in every university. It's available there. So they will help you understand how you can go about your studies and understand your concerns and give you specific answers. So just make sure that the whole process itself is so tedious. So it's worth it only if you are performing well in your studies. So don't compromise that. And last but not the least, about what you can do after completing your studies is that you have options available in all sectors, private, public, or research sectors. And here's where you tap into the alumni network to apply to jobs. And you make sure that you keep attending advice sessions and job fairs. And you make sure that, again, there you're making use of these professional relationships later on. And try to always introspect about what your strengths, weaknesses are, and how they are in terms of or in comparison to the requirements that the job that you're applying to. Generally speaking, a cover letter, a good resume, and copies of leaving certificates are required. And of course, you have to do well in the interview. So the job search scenario in Germany is no different from any other country abroad, for that matter, even India. It's just that because you're expected to be your best across your application, your scores, your German language skills, your studies, and also your job interview. So it's slightly competitive there for that reason. So you make sure that you are again taking care of all of these requirements with utmost diligence. So that's it about studying and living in Germany. I hope this video helped you gain a lot of insights about the real picture, what happens there. If you have specific questions, please reach out to us on the comments here or on the WhatsApp number that's listed in the description below. Also, because there's so much information and the whole process is time taking, I've added useful links in the description of this video, so please check them out. And also, if you're looking for coaching programs related to IELTS or TOEFL or any other English language exam, please reach out to us through the admissions form below. I've also attached that here. I'll see you guys in another video. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye bye.